Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going on well for you, and I hope you're safe. I really wanted to find time to sit down properly and just make this video. Because I've realized there's too much sound when I'm noise in the background, making videos in my car, but I really can't find time. And when I wanted to make this video, I just wanted to take my time to make it so you can sort of understand what I'm trying to talk about, right? So I'm gonna try. I'll put it in parts. I'll make this one as part one, And the title of this, I'm gonna title this video "Africa, Why Africa Will Never Develop." And it's a warning to those people who want to move to Africa, right? Okay, so why do I say this, right? First of all, I look at the people. I'm looking at the people, man. It's just forget about politicians, forget about all the stuff you hear. Look at the people. And this is not all across the country, the continent. Some countries, yeah, people are quite good. But this is like majority of people on the continent. Most people don't have common sense. I know people are gonna kill me for saying this, but hear me out. Just typical common sense, right? Here's the thing, I'll give an example. I've seen some weird stuff, right? I saw a video on a lady called Lily Mutamzi. She's a Zambian, right? And she's running for to be a member of parliament, for our constituency, right? And there's a video that the people in our constituency, or she's running to get posted. They are getting water from a sewer, from a drainage system. It looked like a sewer to me. Let's just say it was a drainage system. Got all rubbish water there and all sorts. But honestly, it looked like a sewer to me. This is where they're getting water from, for them to go to use to cook, to bathe, to do all sorts of things, to drink, from a sewer. Now, when you look at these are young people, there's about 3 of them, young, they look strong. What is stopping you from digging up a borehole? If you've seen the people in the Gambia, like let's say the Black Acres of the Gambia, when they hire people to dig up a borehole, they're not hiring a machine, just a bunch of young kids. Some of them, they're like old people who are not even that strong, but they're able to dig up a borehole so they can get access to fresh water, to clean fresh water. These people, and it's not just them, I've seen this all over the place. They're complaining how the government hasn't looked after them, right? But I've been around, I'm in Australia right now, and I've been around country towns in Australia, and guess what? People also dig up their own borehole. Their own borehole. The government, they don't wait for the government, because it's you who wants to drink that water, it's not the government. Okay? So the mentality is wrong. It's wrong. I've even seen in some places where the toilets, I think they were like those dug up toilets. They are full to the brim, right? And people are complaining about these toilets when people can easily go and dig up another one to use. It could even be maybe a bit of a walk from your house. That's okay. But they're crying, waiting for their government while they're living in filth. Now, you gotta have a particular mindset. You gotta have a particular mindset to accept that as normal. You gotta have a particular mindset for you to drink water from a sewer. We are a people who are not trying to change anything. We like to adapt. And that's the problem. Alright? I'll give you another example is about what's happening in Ghana right now. Okay? So the Chinese go there. Okay? The Chinese go there and they start digging up gold. Because we know Ghana is just littered with gold. There's gold everywhere in Ghana. You know, I'm pretty sure even Accra is sitting on some gold. The whole city. Ghana is gold. That's why it was called the Gold Coast. The reason why the British pound is a stronger currency than the American dollar, even though the American economy is almost 10 times bigger than the British economy. It's because England, Britain has more gold reserves than America. Because when they occupied Ghana, it was ship after ship after ship of gold. Why is Ghana poor today? I don't know. I don't understand. But I know now because I look at the people. The people, and this is just all across Africa, they don't even know the value of what they have. So a Chinaman goes there because a Chinaman has seen poverty ravage their countries. Those guys went through hunger for 50 years of famine. You know, 50 years. So they get it. And they've said no, they don't want to go back to that. So a Chinaman goes to Ghana and starts digging up gold. Right? Now, can an African, because China right now is digging up more gold in China than any other country in the world. Africa, I think, has some of the biggest reserves of gold in the world. I think it's about 60%. And since the beginning of time, 60%, I think they said 60 to 70% of all the gold in the world come from one place in South Africa called Witwatersrand. Right? And I'm pretty sure that sounds like a Dutch Afrikaans name. I'm pretty sure there's a Zulu and Ndebele or Shona or Xhosa name for it. Okay? So Africa is littered with gold. Okay? But right now China is digging up more gold and they're not selling it. They're storing it. They're backing it against their dollar. I mean, against their currency, yuan. That's what they're doing. So even those guys, when they come to dig up in Ghana, they have a buyer who's the Chinese government. They just need to take it to China and China will buy it. So they see an opportunity. They come there. That means China also has gold because they're digging up more gold these days than any other country. But can a Ghanaian go to a Chinese village and start digging up gold while the Chinese watch him do it? It will never happen. The people will rise up, but only in Africa. A Chinaman will go to Africa, mess up their water, mess up everything, and they'll even help him dig up gold. And I don't even think they're paying any taxes. You know, who's giving them the licenses? You know, it's the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians themselves. So a Chinaman can and this is the part where I say, let us not even blame the Chinaman, because I'll do the same thing. If I see dumbass people, I go and give them $10,000 and then I'm gonna get $1 million out of that. I'm doing it. You know, you are dumb. That's not my problem. That's your problem. You know, you can't see the opportunities the world, your land is offering you. That's you. Sorry, buddy. That's what I'm doing. You know, if I go to the table, I'm not there to teach you how to do stuff. Do your own research. Think. You know, the world is a jungle. You know, only the strong survive. Only the strong, the intelligent survive. But in Ghana, in Africa, you can do that. You can go and People will even help you destroy their land. Okay? That's what's happening in Ghana. Alright, so the government steps in. A little bit too late for me. They should have done it before. And then they send the army to go and do it. What's wrong with the police officers? You know, so all of a sudden, Chinaman comes and now there's war in Ghana. You're sending the army to go and do it. The police officers can't do it. You know why? Because they're all corrupt. You know why they're corrupt? Because they're not well looked after. Look what Singapore did to prevent corruption. They paid their civil servants a lot of money. Okay? But now the army goes there and they arrest these Chinese and they get all the equipment. Now, this is how I know Africa will never develop. Because Africans tend to make the dumbest decisions all the time. Just like in this case. They get the equipment and they torch it. They burn the equipment. They burn the equipment when Ghana's waterway system, or drainage system, they are clogged up. When Ghana, when the trade schools in Ghana don't even have the equipment to learn off from, they torch the equipment. Why you want to torch the equipment for? These guys, those equipment they probably got into Ghana illegally. Those equipment the guys have made already, the Chinese have already made enough money illegal and they never paid taxes. Why? What's the point of torching the equipment? That's the dumbest decision anyone can make. But that's Africa. We are so good at making dumb decisions. Okay? It's just, it really angers me. It really, really angers me. You know, there's a lot of smart people, but why is it that the dumbest people are in charge of things? I don't get that part. But that's a prime example of why Africa will never develop. Right? I'll give another example right now. There's a thing called cryptocurrency. I know those in the West and you know, a big number of people in Africa know about this. You get your Bitcoin, your these days there's even one called Dogecoin. You get your Cardano's and Ethereum, Litecoin, you know, all these coins, right? Now, word on the street is that Bitcoin mining uses up a lot of energy, so uses up a lot of electricity in this case. But hey, it's getting big. At one point, I reckon in I think it was Iran, I think 45% of energy use in the country was just people mining Bitcoin. Now, people are making money from this stuff. Okay? On the Congo River, there's this dam, the Great Inga Dam, that if it was built, it could produce about 30,000 megawatts of electricity, right? They started working on this project, but it came to a standstill because it's in the Congo, but it's going to have to supply the countries around Congo, even just maybe the whole of Africa. And they got to a standstill because they couldn't figure out who's going to pay, how people are going to pay for this electricity. Again, long time ago when Belgium occupied Congo, they were willing to put a dam there. They were planning on to put a dam there and send electricity all the way to Europe. And they was that close to doing it. They didn't do it because obviously African countries started asking for liberation and all that stuff. But they were willing to do it. But in the 21st century, Africans are struggling to figure out how people are going to pay for this electricity. Now, this is what I would do if I was Congolese president, if I was Development Bank of Africa president, Adesanya, who I like. I think he's a good guy. He's doing amazing things. And investors and other investors. You know, some of these investors could be countries like Japan, you know, countries in Europe, countries like China who would like to invest with us. You know, I'll put up a city, because you have to be Because technology is what is ticking right now. You know, the stock market technology, on the stock market, all the technology, all the tech companies, anything to do with tech for the past 10 years has been retaining about 20% minimum returns in profit. You know, some of them have even been shooting up to 1,000%. You know, even ETFs, tech ETFs have been doing 28%, you know, minimum 20% for the past 10 years. So technology is booming, okay? And Africa is behind in this thing, but what? So I'll link up with all these people, right? Once the dam is on, I'll build a city. And in this city, I'll make sure that the cost of energy is low, because in Africa, the cost of labor and all these people is much lower compared to the rest of the world. You know, you're not going to pay an electrician in Africa, you're not going to pay them, you know, $250,000 or something like that. You know, you might pay them $50,000 a year or even less. So I'll be able to bring the cost of energy down, so that the people are mining Bitcoin, because it doesn't matter where you do it, you know, you make money in dollars, so you make a lot more money. Okay, if we can have that in Africa, it means I'll lower the cost of energy, and I'll invite people, all these tech kids from all over the world, to come and live in this city where energy is low. You can do Bitcoin mining, you can set up databases, you can do all sorts of things with it. IT, information technology, is where the money is. Okay? Now, IT is not just about telecommunication. It's all about all this stuff. You know, it's all about Internet of Things. You know, so once you do that, these people come in, you let them mingle with the local tech kids from all over Africa. You allow these kids to go there and mingle, and you create this hub of just technology kids, you know, all the tech kids, because the energy is quite low. And guess what? There you go. You find people, and you do pay as you go. People pay for the energy before they use it. You know, so before you even export it to the rest of Africa, you are making enough money within Congo. Once you have a plan, people will be willing to put money into this, because every country needs energy in Africa. You know, the continent is called the dark continent because apparently when you are high up in one of those space shuttles or the space station, Africa looks dark at night. The only continent that looks dark because there's no electricity. You know, so these are some of, but no one wants to be part of this technological boom in Africa. We are so behind. We are so behind, and that's what I think. And that's what I think these things ain't gonna work. That's what I think things ain't gonna work. You know, because we are not thinking ahead. No one is thinking ahead. The people themselves aren't thinking ahead. Not just the politicians and the governments, they're not thinking ahead. And here is one thing where I really think Africa they'll never develop. Because countries that are already developed, like America, most European countries are in trouble. America is broke. That's why if you have a YouTube channel, they'll start taxing you very soon because they want that money. In France, I just heard 49% of the population just voted to have the army overtake the government because they think the country is in trouble. You know, people are losing jobs. Factories are closing up. That's why you are not hearing European countries go hard on China, because it's China who's rescuing them. Okay? So, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to come to a continent that already provides them and going to hit it hard with free stuff. So, France is going to come and do more damage in Africa so they can get the money for free, for cheap, to help them. You know, already it's happening in Mozambique because the French company is the one that wants to, that has got rights to which are also, you know, to the gas in Mozambique. And you see now Mozambique is a war zone. Okay? And this is going to continue in parts of Africa. You can see what happened in Chad. The president died. The president of France already there. Because we let these people do these things to us. Because we have a mentality of adaptation instead of changing it. Instead of saying, no, this is a lot of BS and I'm not gonna settle for this. We don't have that mindset. We have the mindset of adaptation. We have the mindset of complaining. We have the mindset of not thinking ahead. We think now. That's why you realize it's very easy to convince an African to kill somebody, to kill another African who's doing big things for his people. Like when Magufuli was killed, and I'm sure what they did was just to convince someone next to him. Easy, convince them. The reason why Singapore is now one of the best countries in the world, it's because there, the CIA found it very hard to convince someone to sabotage what was happening in Singapore 30-something years ago. Because everyone they talked to, Lee Kuan Yew even says this. Everyone they talked to said no. Everyone they would talk to, you go and report to Lee Kuan Yew. Can Africans do the same thing? No way. The moment someone comes up and says, I'll give you $10 million, go kill your president. Oh man, before they even say go kill the president, it's like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him. It's always easy to convince Africans. This is why I think Africa will never develop. And this is just a warning to those African Americans moving to Africa. I believe in the potential of black people, believe me. But sometimes we just have to be real. We just have to be real about these things. Africa will never develop unless the people start having common sense. I have to say that because I believe in the potential of the people. Everything I've just mentioned in this video can be changed with that. But that's the hard part. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think about this video. I'm really looking forward to the comments. Thank you. Goodbye.